This scheme is similar to the previous one, but focused on the single individual. The graphic itself highlights how adaptation, recovery, and development are deeply intertwined, and if we are able to keep a good balance among them, everything will be fine. So we go to the well-being. But if there is no balance for a long time, we will pay a psychosomatic toll, of course. A different way to understand this mechanism is to look at the integrative functional patterns. So, this scheme helps us to identify every single steps we, our mind, our brain together, take to put in a place any behavior. It may be scratching our nose, playing the piano, or selecting the perfect city to live in. All these phases are more or less necessary to form the resulting behavior. As you can see, everything starts here. Everything starts here in detection. When we detect something, it may be a fly on our nose, provoking to scratch, someone yelling at us, or the urge to change job. Okay, a little parenthesis. To be correct, it starts here in between prediction and detection, from their dialogue. This prediction, our brain is a predicting machine, is always making prediction forecast. We can use this simple distinction. Prediction are not very quick and not under our consciousness. Forecasts are more conscious. These predictions are very strong because they use as pathways agranular cortices in our brain, and these cortices, these neurons, are stronger and faster than others. This is the embodied explanation why a lot of patients experience situations like I know that's irrational, but I can't do it. Because the irrational prediction travel on the fastest neurons and superimpose on the rational process started later. So we have, but let's stay simple now and consider we detect something, the prediction influences this detection, and we label what we have detected. Labeling is something, the triage in the hospital, very quick evaluation, risky, not risky, treat for life or not. Evaluation use some more complex schemes. Also for these details, I have an article, videos, I will link them. In problem setting, there is the real cognitive evaluation, and we started to plan how to solve the problem. In the modulation phase, we handle the situation. But whatever behavior we put in place, we arrive here. We have to terminate it, to release the stress response. Why? Because we have started everything, because we detected a problem. We start all this process to solve the problem. If the problem is solved, we can stop. If the problem is not solved, we can try solving it or change our strategy. Maybe we can't solve it in a narrow time frame, so we have to change our strategy. But we have to release and to recover and to regenerate a little bit. You know, if even in wartime, there were moments of truce. They were necessary. So sometimes they were used to manipulate the the enemy, but generally they were respected because it's necessary to regenerate. And so we have, in the daily life, we are very bad. We stop arguing, but we keep thinking about the problem, criticizing ourselves, blaming the other, and this is not a real termination. And this is a huge problem because we can't enter the regeneration phase and we can't do better prediction because our brain is a predicting machine, is exactly like artificial intelligence. It's always updating itself, but we have to give the brain the possibility, the opportunities to regenerate and fix the problems and upgrade the system.